How has your week been?
It's been a little all over the place. There's been some good parts. So I've been pretty involved with doing Opera Viva planning and rehearsals. I'm co-directing the Mikado. And so we've done a lot of work with some of the cast members we've had, and also just sort of late nights of planning with my co-director, as well as just like a lot of talking and just sort of kind of like a time with friends, just conversing and stuff. So it's been fun and sort of productive. It's also been a pretty stressful week. There's been a lot of occurrences with the production that have just sort of taken a bit of a toll on the stress side. But that's more about that. In other respects, it's been a pretty just uneventful week in some ways. I mean, I know it's not like I have a full load of classes every day like most people around here do, given the fact that I'm sort of taking a hiatus from school. So it's been a busy week, but at the same time not overwhelming.
Explain what the bunker is.
In the most simple definition, the perennial home of the men in CHoosiE. However, it's moved location several times. Started, I think they had been running the bunker 2 years before I started the UVA, something like that. So back in 2008, I'm sure they will correct that if I'm wrong. We are now living in the fourth iteration. That is the third iteration. Whoops. Third location in which the bunker has been ever since it was started as such, the bunker by the original bunker boys.
And where is the current bunker?
Current bunker is in an undisclosed location on Jefferson Park Avenue.
How have you seen God change you so far during your time at UVA?
I think I have changed a lot over the last couple of years, but it's perhaps hard to say or know exactly what changes are motivated by God influencing my life. Not all the ways I've changed have necessarily been for the best. You know, I've regressed in some ways, and that's something that I need to work on. And you know, I guess the presumption would be that's not what God wants from me, and that's not Him changing me in those ways. Just the experience of being here and meeting a lot of different people, a lot of varied people and good people, and the opportunity to see a lot of different viewpoints at college and sort of just see a little bit more of the world in that way has been an eye-opening experience. It's been personal growth for me, I think, and in that respect, I would think that that God is working through those things to change me, but I can't presume as to know exactly what changes in me are endorsed, if you will, by God versus others. So it's hard to tell.
Where do you see God leading you in the future?
That's a bit of a mystery to me. Because I don't know. I don't know where I'm going right now. You know, I think ultimately we're all meant to live for others and with love. And that sort of should be the guiding factor. I would think that is where God intends to lead me in the future, but I really don't know what form that will take exactly. I'm interested in the possibility of medical research. I'm very interested in the arts and drama and music and film. And I just sort of feel a pull towards that, and so I think that there may be plans in the future for me to serve others and also to lead a fulfilling life in that manner.
Can you explain the origin of your nickname, Classic Paulius?
During my first year, I was perhaps somewhat habitually late to certain things, such as rehearsals. Not every rehearsal, I think, but I was late to a sufficient number of rehearsals that was perhaps unfortunately a known characteristic. There was one gig in particular where we were supposed to go to North Carolina, and Adam Spiela called me to wake me up, except my phone was either I was completely off, so I didn't even hear it. Even if it was on, I may not have woken up. I'm a very heavy sleeper, I didn't get up, and so they had to bang on they first had to find where I lived and then bang on my suite door in Goose Dillard and try to get me to come. So that was sort of, everything worked out in the end, but I basically caused that car to run late, and so they incorporated that into the video, into the concert video for that semester. It was Classic Paulius is late. He's nowhere to be found. So that's where that all started.
Anything you want to say to the audience?
Enjoy your week.